Put down everything you're doing. I'm here. What's up, guys? Jovial Russo. Pardon my voice. I'm kind of tired today. Long day, productive though. How has the energy been treating you guys? I hope it's been doing well. I've been, I don't know, ups and downs, but mostly more to do with what I'm trying to decide to pursue as far as career. I'm actually in the path right now of got a little. I'm sure you guys believe in divine message, but I been getting hints of what my life purpose is, quote unquote. I'm still kind of like, I laugh. Remember, I'm still a little child up in this spiritual game because I'm fairly new to it. Not really new in the fact that I knew, as far as knowledge, what spirituality was, because I've always been around parents that meditated. But as far as me being involved in the favorite word, dynamic, dynamics in spirituality. So spirituality has always been kind of something that's been around me. There's been some sort of religion on my grandma's part, dad's part. I used to go to church, Christian, Catholic. Must admit, I didn't like church too much. I'm sorry if I'm insulting anybody, but I respected it. I'll tell you the truth, I had a lot of fun in the Christian church though. Catholic churches were like, especially at, being a kid with your sister, where you guys like already have like a whole bunch of mischievous like energy in you. Catholic church is just like, I'm dangerous for Catholic church. I respect everything, because that's the belief system they have. But that's just an input. It just remembered. All right. I know I've been promising you more hearty stuff, but at least today I actually made myself a little word outline, kind of to like lead me to what I've been trying to talk about, because dude, the energies have been tough. I have no idea if you guys are familiar with astrology. I am actually striving to be an astrologer. I'm striving to be a lot. I'm striving to take over the world. Is that weird? Wait a minute, let me check with myself. Is that weird? I don't think so. Especially, what I find funny about that comment is you can safely say that we kind of have this little mission that's pretty intense, because who would have known you were gonna meet another half of your soul? Tell you the truth, said it again. Thank goodness I learned about the dynamic after everything happened, because I would have drove myself crazy trying to find those twin flames everywhere in my life. Wow, avoided a bullet, man. I didn't even have twin flames in my mind or soulmates to find, and I definitely went through some drama. Oh, girls, but I gotta love them. Women have taught me one thing. First of all, empower your woman. Even if it's not your woman, empower a woman, because a woman means a lot to the fact that you guys bear our children. You connect in a certain way that men don't connect, but at the same time, I can safely say that I kind of break that barrier. I'm not saying that I have some crazy stuff. It's just predominantly I had a lot of feminine energy. Now I'm balancing that out. But I don't know. I never had an issue with having the feminine part. And I'm gonna tell you something. I used to wear eyeliner when I was in high school. Okay, true story. Don't make fun of me. You can email me and complain. I dug it. It's funny. I actually got the most girls after that happened. And I used to have people check me, not check me, but how people just kind of to test your mettle. They ask a question to see if you admit it, because if you don't, that just tells you that you're lying, and on top of that, you just open the door for a whole bunch of people making fun of you. But they used to ask me, "Oh, are you wearing eyeliner?" I was like, "Yeah." It's funny. It shuts people out. It reminds me of the whole twin flame thing. Many people were like, "Are you sure that's that?" I'm like, it has nothing to do with what I'm sure about. I'm actually tired of talking about it, because let's be honest. Well, I'll give you something about my dad. My dad is Aquarian, very weird, odd. Incidentally, if you guys know about ascendants, he's a Virgo. I'm a Virgo ascendant, and he has a Virgo moon. the guy's gonna go through transformation. My dad's a very brilliant person, but just, because why I know life has a sense of humor is because brilliant people have really big problems, but in ways that are like weird. My dad is a brilliant genius, but I mean, most of his problem was all his life he had a really bad attitude. I kind of grabbed from it, but I use more as an example not to do that, because he was not to use him as a bad example. It's just, I didn't want to treat people like that, and I don't know. I believe that a lot of things can get done through positive action. Like, for example, frustrations. If I get frustrated with this whole twin flame union, and I start blah blah blah, on social media, and I start saying negative stuff, I mean, chances are, it's really bad juju. I call it bad juju. We can call it, energy and everything. I prefer juju. I don't know, it sounds awesome and chewy, doesn't it? But anyway, so the juju, right? It's bad juju, pretty much. And it's like with him, he's 65 years old, okay? So I had most of my life until I went through all my stuff, stuck in that three-dimensional world. I wanted, when I was younger, I thought about magic, but I never, I thought it was just this energy was, how can I put it? I never doubted it was there. Maybe I did doubt it because I didn't feel it. I just took my parents' word for it. Just kind of know something's real. You don't have to feel it. I never really asked the question. The reason I could ask that question now is because now I know the difference. But, he's having a similar dynamic in me. Karma is so funny. We, as male, okay, the male line of my, my dad's side, we have a lot of, deep ingrained stuff that's happened. If you believe in lifetimes or not, I do, and whatever it may be, it's just something that has plagued the male line of my family. We seem to have very interesting ways of thinking about stuff. We're very bright in certain things, but we've always had problems with money. And I'm not gonna get on the whole step. Everyone has problems with money, but I've always had a particular problem with really getting a hold of monetary value. And I know that's a lesson on purpose. It's just, my dad too. But the thing about my dad is he's an older man, and me, I really don't care too much. Problem with my dad is he's still something I realized. Funny that I realized that before him. That sex is not love, and he's pretty much in the dynamic right now where the girl's pretty much withholding sex from him because he can't provide security. Same thing is happening to me too. So, I'm good old daddy, that shoulder that he can sleep on. And it's my pleasure. The universe has granted me enough patience to deal with that. It's granted me enough patience to do a lot of stuff, because at the same time that my dad is in better terms, because I keep on forgetting you guys don't know me. So we've had a very odd relationship over the years. I didn't really see my dad for a long time. It was probably due to the frustration in myself that I saw in him. I saw myself in him, so it frustrated me because I thought that, I don't know, it's just very weird. It had nothing to do with him. That's the point, It's so funny. You start realizing irritation stems from yourself. And twin flame dynamic. Reflections, and that's funny. I was talking to my friend today, and I don't care what happens, what happened, past, present, or future. I'm very thankful. If you would ask me that, I would have actually been on the road to pursue my dreams, but practically and transform in the way that I have. I mean, you have to understand something. I know I'm going off subject. It's like my dad, that dynamic. He's been around for 65 years of his life. He hasn't had the example of thinking, hey, there's a vibrational match to your soul and you guys lived several lifetimes, because he was still stuck on a paradigm. Sorry guys, just trying to be slick, use that new slang. No, the paradigm, which is funny. How can you really believe me if all his life he's seen the opposite, because people are used to things that aren't forever, because he says that, it's nothing is forever. And I told him, it's funny, And I got kind of irritated at him. And I told him, that's a really bold comment, especially when you yourself, your soul, is forever. So making that comment just doesn't make sense to me, because in essence, we are forever. I mean, the physical combination we have now are special to this very one moment. But I mean, we got 100 years to live with this stuff. I mean, I'm striving for 300 years, but we'll see if I can find some kale that does that. But got a long time with this body, this family, this whole entire experience. So you learn from it, you know what I mean? But I mean, it's odd. You have to understand, like me, even with my friends, before, like I told you, I was doing, phones and very superficial. I've been thinking about it. It's like, wow, like my mind drove me crazy. Like I had so much mind chatter, so debilitating, really. I mean, now, like pretty minimum. Like I'm sure I have line chatter, but I've noticed I really don't. Like at the moment, which is something that I'm trying to strive for, meditation, but meditation to me, I think, would really enhance certain things about me. I mean, it's funny, I went totally to the occult, like all the mystic stuff, and the thing about it is, like, I don't really have like lines that I draw based on good and evil. You know how some people say, oh, this is good, this is evil. I just go on feeling, like I'll never do a Ouija board, not because it's evil, just because, like, why would I even tempt something that just has like a bad rap? First of all, it doesn't even interest me. Like, I actually I'm into tarot cards and stuff. I'm studying them, getting better at it. What else? I study crystals, astrology, everything of that sort. Like, you don't understand. Like, if you can see my face, there's excitement. I love this study. It's what I'm meant to do. I mean, you have to understand, I never concentrated on nothing. Not the way that I do with all this. And right now it's funny because part of that life purpose is I actually want to counsel, because I'm actually really good. I have a knack for people talk to me out of nowhere and open up. A really way of having people trust me, because you know what? I'll tell you, self-analysis, why that is because I don't judge you, and you could feel that at a core level, because I've done some stuff myself as well. Why should I judge you? If anything, judgment doesn't do anything but close people off, and you might have been able to learn something incredible from someone because you judged them, and because, I mean, can you really blame someone for getting mad for getting judged? I mean, they can be the bigger person and talk to you, but, you never should judge, because judgment is temporary. People change. Maybe not. Maybe they don't change, but I believe they do, because my dad used to be the black sheep, but like, he's never going to change. And I was always by his side, because I always believed in him, because I believed I can change, I guess, at a core level. But, you always have to fight for the underdog, even though that man drove me crazy sometimes. You can call me, I was that hard love for him, and I'm not even trying to brag. It's just, I just talk crap to my dad, because my dad just, I don't have an errand about him, and we learn to appreciate each other a lot more. But, I'm the black sheep pretty much of all my friends, all these experiences, the twin flame thing, and, the whole life purpose. I don't know what you guys been doing. Give me feedback on that, because I really want to wonder what, like, other people are going, and especially people that are twin flames, because you guys, I mean, we already have something very intense. I mean, I am thinking of, I don't know, helping out, I guess, in some way with the twin flame dynamic. And, I always find it weird to, like, charge for services, but the way I think about it is this, okay? You need to get paid for what you're good at. We have been through experiences. I'm not saying that, oh, come join me. I'm just saying I've been thinking about that. I don't know if you guys are, but it's crazy, because I've been seeing, like, the direction, and I was going to go all out and, message a whole bunch of people. I'm glad I didn't. I did one person. She's a medium, I believe. Yeah, she does tarot and stuff. She lives in, like, Rome. This woman's on point, though. Like, I don't know, you could just tell when some people are on point. Like, I've always been attracted, though, to the weirdness of life, I guess. And I think I got miserable during the middle of my life because of the fact that I lost that weirdness and that laughter, and I started laughing more. When I fucking went through pain. Excuse me for that language. It's just, it emphasizes what pain that we go through. And I mean, I don't know if it's a good thing that I can just look back at my pain and laugh at it, because I don't relate to it anymore. And I'm not saying you guys are in pain shouldn't relate to it. Maybe what I'm trying to tell you is this: you're gonna reach a point like me. You know, you will reach a point like me, where your power is in your silence. And it doesn't matter that you're still wondering about him and, thinking about him. But what it's done to me is it makes me fuel my passion. And here, let me tell you, you guys know what Snapchat is, right? So, all right, so I don't know what the hell skill I got, but I can talk and entertain myself, like straight up, like, Snapchat, I can go on dialogues, and I went through a cool dialogue. I pretty much was, I did it partly for me and partly to, I don't know, I'm a Leo, okay? I kind of show like, hey, I don't care how weird I am, I'm going to tell you what I am. And, sometimes you just have to make a stand and be like, this is what I am. And you have to go out in there and show it, even though no one's asking, because maybe you empower somebody, like me, tarot cards, all stuff, there's a lot of connotation to it, but I pretty much give down facts in 10 seconds Snapchat, okay? And I do a lot of them, but I went a whole rampage about how, worth and the whole dynamic of why I love what I do and what made me realize, and, people putting, it's funny because people, like, I don't specifically say nothing, but the dynamic of the twin flame is reflected universally in a way. You don't have to be a twin flame. I do know that people are going through the issues of abuse, abandonment, etc., etc. It's like it's a mirror. People don't understand. Like, people think, oh, first the planets, no, it's mirrored. We match everything. And by that matching, energetically, it's so important to become, especially the way I figure it out, we have a knack. We have more power, as in the power of manifestation, the way I see it. But I'm going to be myself again and say that I think everybody has this power. But I have to say, and I'm going to, real quick before I forget, leads me to the whole hierarchy of people, like, get bothered over hierarchy of spirit and whatever, hierarchy in any form, of the spirit realms. Pardon me if I'm rude, because I've seen a lot of people apologize, okay? When they're like, oh, I'm sorry that I don't, for example, tarot card reader, I was like, oh, I'm sorry there was card reverse. It might sound rude, but I'm the kind of person that, like, I can give, like, I don't care. Like, I don't see why I should apologize to you because there's a reverse card, where by nature, being a tarot card reader is random. You interpret what spirit gives you. So why should you apologize? I just don't get it. I just don't get some of the antics. Like, people are so easily, like, insulted, I guess. I have no idea. It's just, so that dynamic right there, I place that attitude when I talk about the cards, because you have to understand, I go on these soliloquies, right? And I talk about, for example, I was talking about the pineal gland, the third eye. And I was just going little random facts, like, pretty much what I'm trying to do is provide, and it's gonna develop more, because my channel, what I want to do is provide information about this world, but in a way where it's not, like, intimidating, because this world is intimidating. And it's also, there's a misconception of this world, like, because when you listen, like, when you think about people that are spiritually inclined, I mean, I'm not gonna say everyone does, but everyone kind of has that idea, as like, it's a guru that's in the mountains, and, just, to me, it's not synonymous with fun, and that's me, okay? And I think it's on purpose that they don't put it synonymous with fun, because it's a society that'll be like, wow, spirituality is fun. Can you imagine what a good world we would be in? Yeah, we wouldn't be able to, still play this rat race of, I got a better car, I got better this and better that. It's like I told you, I've been my happiest, and right now I'm still going through economic things, but so what? I'm happy, and I got breath in my lungs. I think I'm pretty fly. I think you guys are too, if you guys are breathing. If you're not breathing, you got to teach me the technique. I can't hold my breath for more than like 30. And I still won't turn blue. I turn more red. Anyways, random. Okay. So, if I missed anything, please bring it up. because I go on these tangents. I do warn you, I do have ADD, quote unquote, but there's a lot more terms to it. So I will do my best to always keep. But this is the way I am. I interact naturally. I don't care if I make mistakes. I want you to know that I'm coming straight, real, done. Straight. So, the indifference versus the love, right? Some people will get worried that their indifference is going to do something. Like, I don't know, like be negative. Where I believe that the indifference that we contain is the indifference of being through everything. Okay. And then knowing that there's nothing you need to fight anymore, but fight that fight that you've been losing all your life, and that's the fight between you and yourself. Because the whole point of the whole dynamic was you got prepared for it, but you didn't arrive perfect because you still had stuff you had to let go of, and this other person was that catalyst, which I love, because I love the badge that I have. Like, I happen to be the guy who, like, got a beautiful girl to realize, like, to break her plans of thinking that she was not going to find true love and she was not going to be able to fix certain things she needed to let go of, because it's really sad when a beautiful woman is tainted by fear, negativity, because it totally changes the I've seen a dark side of my twin, I'm very accepting of it, but I've seen a very dark side of my twin. And that's what happens when you shy away from it. We're all too familiar with the shying away. And, it even gets to the point where I'm like, grow some balls, please. Like, face it. Like, tell you right now, I've been through a lot, and if I can face it, she can face it. Because, like, she's economically all stable, but, at the same time, I would prefer being here because it's beautiful to be in this space where I'm not waiting anymore. And I don't think anyone should wait, because that power that you muster from being mad and being like, oh, okay, you want to put me on the back burner always, and that's the easy way out. Damn, use that to go like 100%. That's what I've been doing. And when I'm frustrated, it's like using that energy for goodness, because especially in this journey, the best lesson that I want to learn is whenever someone makes me angry, to be able to see why I'm angry without bursting out, because I have anger problems sometimes, and then being able to detach myself enough to see why it's happening, and as well as, I don't know about you guys, but the chess between, that chess that is being played between you and your twin is pretty intense, like, because if this person doesn't know about it, which they don't, or they're hiding from it, it's like, the joke, you smirk, just smirking, because the joke, what it's going to be. Like, now I don't even question it. Now I hear, people coming back. I'm like, yeah, it's fine whenever she comes back, because of the fact that I'm tired. I don't want her coming back with half-ass shit, because I won't expect it. Excuse me, I won't accept it, not expect it. And I'll be honest with her. That's all. Just want to be honest. I would rather have a partner that I can be honest with, and even if she gets mad, it doesn't matter, because if it comes out of love, And that's the number one thing. If you're not being able to be authentic, you still have a time to go on the trip. And that's why I'm trying to figure out if I'm even qualified to help this dynamics. I know we got Kristen and Chris. Dude, that's awesome. Added me. You guys are beyond separation. That's awesome. See, you guys are, you guys have knowledge, and I was telling my moms, I was like, you have to, like, I don't know exactly the direction, but I'm waiting for universe to see it. I have a very particularly good skill at being very imaginative, and that'll be my forte, and I use my imagination for therapy, for everything, you know what I mean? I'm able to relate to people because I believe that I understand that people are vulnerable. And me, I'm like 6'3". Excuse me. Yeah, 6'3", not 6'2". I wish I was 6'3". No, not wish. They were lying to me to make me feel better, but someone played a joke on me. I'm 6'2". I got a beard on me, like, very masculine features. It's funny because ironically I have feminine, and existence blessed me with at least or damn feminine features, all emotional and look feminine. I'm not saying something's wrong, but you know what I mean. You can see why would challenge. But because I know of my size, I do intimidate people. So my lesson has been in my life to know that and come at someone so they trust me. You know what I mean? It's a very nice life lesson. So that indifference is normal in my opinion. I don't know how you guys been feeling since the moon. I know something's going on, but I don't even care. I don't even want to pinpoint it, because I think that when you start staring at the flower and you ask, oh, when is it going to grow? When is it going to grow? It just stalls you, because you start getting depressed. Oh, it's been taking so long, all the stuff that I've done. And then it gets you into that roundabout about how you don't deserve this, and it doesn't do anyone well. No matter how much you didn't deserve it, you know the person's still going to act out, and you know how they are. They really don't think about it. I mean, it's funny. Never in my life have I felt more powerful the more time that has passed by between the separation between me and my girl, because that dynamic is different. Because usually that would, I don't know, I would flounder, my opinion. I mean, if she had her choice, I wouldn't be the guy, but I'm glad that I'm the one that does. Whatever. Hey, I was that guy you fell in love with. What you gonna do? Don't get mad at me. I don't like the fact that to fall in love with someone that I feel to be shallow sometimes, especially when me, like, I'm get pretty deep. And it's funny because I retain that persona throughout my Snapchats, because people are so lighthearted, and I always tell people, like, what are you watching on your Snapchat that's so interesting? And I just went like 116 Snapchats. It was a good convo, okay? Don't nobody talk crap. It was a great soliloquy. I don't know if soliloquy. I got to double check that. I believe soliloquy is correct. Anyways, it was a good speech, pretty much to cover the terms of, you know, when you believe in something, etc., your business and stuff. Okay, I'll go down the list. Sorry. All right, energies for the full moon. I've been feeling an undercurrent. That's all I got to say about that. I really can't pinpoint it though. I know something's going on. Like, and it's funny because today my twin, like, her karmic relationship is her roommate, female, and they have a heart between them, you know, and it irritated me because, you know, I'm human, whatever. But it's so funny because when people are like in really crappy stages of their, you know, relationships, they do the opposite. They try to like portray, oh, this, and I am not in any way questioning the love that they have for each other. It's just, I don't know why fake it. I don't know. I've never had friends like that. If a friend doesn't like about my path, people don't agree with it. Oh, what are you gonna do with music? Because I do music. That is my forte. I will be there. I do hip hop and stuff. Go hear it. I'll keep you updated. Maybe secret club or something. You know, I'll invite you. Send you an email or something. Come with a burger. You know, persuade you a little bit. Just kidding. But yeah, I do hip hop, and it's funny because it's previous video I told you that I've been kind of hidden all my life. I have a lot of talents, which life has helped me develop through struggle and just everything. And you know, it'll become more. I mean, we'll have talks about it. You guys will get to know me a little better. I'm pretty honest. I make mistakes, cry, mean sometimes. I cuss a lot, can laugh, can say unfunny jokes, and I hate them in public because I have friends that will put me on the spot, but it hasn't happened too many times because I perfected the wit, you know? Gift the gab. But I retain a persona, and I don't care that some people are uncomfortable with this kind of stuff I do, because that is a skill that was blessed upon me. Why am I gonna deny it? I mean, because I'm telling you right now, I'm gonna say it again, and I don't say it because like, oh, I'm proud of it. On paper, I look like crap. If a government official were to look at myself, they're like, this guy's a loser. He doesn't amount to anything. They don't even know how wrong they are. I will talk. Look, I will entertain you. Trust me. It's not even because I want to. It's just because you entertain me by me entertaining you. That's why I guess like I feed onto it. That's what allows me to do dialogues with myself. And I even say it like I laugh at my own dialogues, and I help myself learn about myself. Because before I used to like be so dependent on other people's opinions, and this trip should be awesome. Oh, well, the trip you have with your flame, it teaches you that. it teaches you the ability to be yourself, but like 100%. Like in essence, like me being, she watches all my snaps, you know, all my snaps. Well, not all of them. Sometimes she doesn't. It doesn't really matter if she doesn't, but like I knew like the other time that I really hit home because 116 snaps. Why would she even check it? If she would got annoyed, she would have stopped at about 20. And then like later on, I posted more later on that day, and she checked that stuff. The difference that I did was though is that I went out a couple of times where I was irritated, and it was just irritation that I was doing. But now every time that I post something up and feeling to vent out, I make sure that it's very reflective. So then I can have an avenue where to open people up to me. You know what I mean? Because if I'm irritated, they're like, "Shut up," stop being depressed. Why are you getting all mad? And it's right. Like, hey, if I'm gonna be irritated because of a certain thing that's happening to me, I can display it in a very useful and educational way. Because I expect the same from other people, right? Okay, I've been seeing a similarity between me and my parents. My mom is mirroring what my girl is mirroring to me. Pretty much monetary value. She's stressed out over that, and they've been acting mean. Okay, they just pretty much. I've been studying, trying to be the best I can be because I understand that there's a path that I'm going to go that's going to take me to a very special place in this world. I just want to help people out. Higher vibration. Anybody. I don't care if it's a kid and a little bird. If it can talk, whoever. I've actually. It's funny, even through all my craziness and all the weird stuff, all these people that are like considered to be very practical, like my buddy, he's a cop. He's still my friend. Why is that? Why? Because friendship is from the heart. It's not from the ego. And ego is what judges. And I'll tell you quite frankly, I'm pretty blunt. If a friend were to tell me, "Oh, blah, I think you're doing that," like, well, that's fine. I really don't agree with you, and I'll pinpoint it all. I mean, if someone starts being rude, I'll be like, I'll act accordingly. I can be pretty rude. I can be pretty loving. You know what I mean? Gift of gab. Talk my own ear off. Sorry, guys. Anyways, so if you guys have any, conflict similarities of parents. Excuse me. My mom's acting out like my girl. My girl, like, pretty much, monetary, blah blah. But they really don't understand something. There's something much more important. And the important thing is to be happy and thankful before you get the gifts. Because my mom's getting stalled, and we're all going through this retrograde energy still. We're going to get Mars going retrograde in Scorpio. So that's going to be very interesting. I don't know if you guys know astrology, but in 2 weeks, right? 2 weeks into June, and we're starting the energy already. It's gonna be tough. We're gonna have a Grand Cardinal square. I'm not qualified enough to tell you exactly what it is. Let's just say that it's gonna rattle us in order to start moving, and be able to soothe and cure things that might have been plaguing us for years and years. Things that you don't see, in the dark. And it's funny. There you go. Random. I already see what I forgot. Remember that whole hierarchy thing? I believe there's hierarchy. Why? Because I believe we're always in the middle. Look at your life, okay? If you're 30, you're always going to have someone who's 31, 29. You're always surrounded by the middle. You're always the middle. Even if you're the best at something, always know there's going to be someone better than you or worse than you. So then you can talk about Bibles, right? They say we were created in the likeness of God, right? I mean, all right, let's take it further. Congress, the way that our government works, it's reflected upon some knowledge that that's the way we are run at a higher vibrational level. I believe there's a hierarchy of everything. Hierarchy doesn't necessarily mean you're lower, he's higher. Just some people, you're born in a cog. There's a cog in a wheel, and sometimes you're the highest, lowest. I mean, yeah, you do earn your position, but I don't know why people have a problem with a hierarchy in the ether realms. I just don't get it. If we are reflections, as above, so below. if you believe, in that stuff, that means we reflect everything. So that means our government, the way our governments are run, must have come from a higher source. And I believe that's the way energetically we are run. That's my opinion on that. My dad, the similarity me and my dad have is that he's getting judged for monetary stuff, and they don't even see that we're like very skilled individuals. But it's funny because life is giving us an opportunity to go into our power, because I think my dad did the full feminine thing. He has feminine energy as well, very emotional, more emotional than me. Oh man, if me and him started crying, I think we'll start a portal, and it'll probably, I don't know, portal into a broken heart. No, but I've had to like be there for him and tell him that number one, self-love. That's why on top of that, I'm going to say it again. That's why I want to counsel, because I don't know, I have a lot of stuff that I want to share and help people out with. I believe I'm old enough, and I've seen the skill sets that I have are very particular, and we all do. The reflection of the monetary lack has to do with my mom's all her life kind of like having monetary lack. So it's always a reflection based on my twin. That's based on the expectations of her mother, and whatever her bringing was is, oh, you need a man with money because money, da da da. Can't be really mad at him. I mean, you have to look back further and further until you see who instilled that. It might be a bloodline thing. I mean, I do respect the fact that she wants a man that takes care of her, but I am the person that believes in undying love, and I don't know if I've said this before, but it is the things that, excuse me, sorry about that, my chi making things fly all over the place, all this stuff that my twin makes me feel. No, but it was the sweet things and the things that contain no money is what connected me to her and made her realize I'm something different. And it's funny because she might not admit it, but she trips out that I do all this stuff because I'm very, very confident in what I do, and this is my stuff, and no one's gonna tell me. I mean, if anything, people have been interested. How many people can you say, hey, this guy's gonna teach me some facts over things that I never knew? But I've gotten thrown shade too. My ex-girlfriend, right, the one before my karmic relationship sucked. I mean, I hurt the crap out of her. I know why I did, but I mean, not at the time. I still miss her. Like, I'm very honest with it. But she like did it dirty because like I have a blog, and I'm starting a blog, and I mean, I know that I have like some shortcomings when it comes to my writing because like I overcomplicate myself sometimes. But my blog is my blog, you know what I mean? It's for me to improve. But I asked her for an honest opinion. I thought it was something nice to ask, I mean, she didn't give it no time, and she talked about it being pseudoscience, and just put it this way, I want to punch something when someone calls stuff pseudoscience, especially when like you're generalizing the term. Like there's this page called I Fucking Love Science, sorry, that's what they're called, at Facebook, and they have some awesome like science stuff. But like this woman has the audacity to, and sorry that I'm so like adamant, I love, like, astrology to me has proven itself over and over and over again in my own life, and things that cannot be manipulated. Anyways, it's a map, good map, And I found it funny because she puts out these memes every now and then. I guess she's in a bad mood or something, and she just says, like, puts down a list. It's like, oh, what does it mean when you're born on this birthday? Nothing, blah, blah. And she goes down the list just saying nothing. So it's pretty much she's saying it's hogwash. The thing that peeves me, the woman hasn't read one shred of data, because if she did, she knows she can't make those claims. Even, like, by doubt, there's doubt there in those claims, because even if you read into it a little bit further, you start realizing it's a lot more intricate. I love that. That's actually what I'm striving for. I'm actually, throwing it onto the universe, good manifestation, to have a mentor. I never had a mentor, so I feel that would expand me a lot. But I was my best mentor, right? Of course, creator as well. Let me see. Another thing, I've noticed that the biggest challenge for the female twin right now is the positivity aspect. You have to be a beacon of light. You have to understand, I'm going to be honest with you, the whole Snapchat is the only way that me and her see each other in a way. But we know why we're doing it, Especially with a woman that, man-eater, she destroyed. Like, if she loves me and she treated me the way that she did, I don't even want to understand what she did to other guys. Like, do these guys have no torso? These guys are destroyed. And I'm sure there's guys that cared for her. And the challenge of being positive here is here. when your twin sees that you're positive, it is the most beneficial thing because she sees that you have a life and you are the strength that you portrayed yourself to be. She knows I have strength now. I don't even have to talk to her about it. I mean, the interest that she has in my stuff is because of the fact that I speak from my heart and it's authentic self. I mean, on top of that, we kind of like, match souls. But besides that, like, I understand now that the positive aspect of it, when you find yourself negative, you're only feeding onto the darkness that your twin holds, because sometimes I don't know if empathy comes with all the twin flames, but you feel the energy of your twin. And then on top of that, you feed it, so therefore you're feeding more of her stuff, and she's more confused than you are. Can you imagine? You have to be positive. I mean, I can't, like, what's the point of not being positive? And it's funny because people will always find an excuse, but this, but that. Yeah, but what do you have to lose if you just say thank you? When you don't have, like, one thing that I've noticed is that action of gratitude. First of all, I thank this journey has matured me in ways that I gave up. I thought that was going to happen. Like, and I know now that I'm going to become anything I try to be and want to be, because the biggest challenge is standing up against your loved ones. It's not really your enemies. Your enemies, you're like, screw you. But your loved ones always hit you. And it goes back to this. It's because you believe them. That's the only way you get insulted. When someone says something that's mean and you get mad, it's because you believe them that what they're saying to you is true. Yeah. Humans. What else? Sorry about that. Hold on real quick. I'm just reading real quick. My chicken scratch. Another thing that it's benefited. Strength is seen when someone lives their own life. Even if it's love, even if it's the love of your life. No one deserves that much attention. No one deserves that. No one deserves your comfort. Because, like, I used to say, hey, I used to lose sleep over, and just got to the point where I said, is she losing sleep over me? And that's not what stopped it. It was energy, obviously. It was a lot more dynamic. But, you understand. And again, self-worth, so important. Because I think that life is going to be challenging us and withholding from us until we have that self-worth. And the self-worth comes over time. I got self-worth. I will never put myself in the positions I did before. And to top it off, if you have not noticed something, your twin hates you for the black sheep. Like, I don't know if you guys are all black sheep, but I'm the black sheep of my family. Like, I'm weird, And something that I always hear is like, they're worried. Like, my twin is worried about what her parents are gonna say. And I'm putting myself in a pickle because I'm displaying a part that her parents will not accept me. So in the long run, I like the separation because that will be the only way that she's gonna be able to stand up and say, this is the guy I feel for. And I'd rather have that than me trying to be accepted, because I'm not going to try to be accepted by nobody. I'm glad that I don't get accepted. I mean, I wasn't accepted in jobs. Jobs don't hire me because I don't stay in companies more than 1 year. And then if they ask me for the rebuttal, I tell them, why would I stay in a company that has no chance for advancement? It's kind of like if every job played great, But anyways, it has nothing to do with the payment thing, because another thing is my lesson. How I'm not going to grab any happiness out of payment, because if I got happiness out of payment, that means when it's gone, my happiness is gone. Now I could be broke, wet, dry, hot, humid, and I'm happy for the most part. I just know that whatever energy comes, I'm ready, and I'm forever a soldier of fortune. I always make it so. It's funny because she hates the part of me that she has inside of herself that needs to get released, that black sheep, One thing that I'll before I leave, sorry if it was very random, it's just trying to at least keep consistency to keep you guys in contact, because I like talking to you guys really exhilarate me, and I hope anything that I say helps. My style is a conversation, thanks, Kristen, for thinking that I'm authentic. I'm glad you feel that. I very much am. I'll try to be as authentic as I can, because this is the only way that people will understand that we're on this together, and you guys are part of the same thing, and we are the future of something. But as of now, the energies have been purposely holding it back because of the fact that we already waited this long. I mean, I didn't wait as much as some people, though. I'm not gonna lie, because I don't know how long some dynamics lasted. Long enough for me. I'm just willing to accept and be happy, and no matter what she did, she at least made me become a better person. I like that she never accepted me at my worst, because she was mean, but I mean, it's nice to have a girl have high expectations of a man should provide this, but at the same time, women don't understand that men have feelings too, and we have all these structures built for us of what we should offer them, but they don't understand we have other structures that also need necessity, like, for example, nurturing. Tell me how you feel one day. Oh, do you like that I did this for you? Something simple, because simplistic is the best way that I've seen things happen. Complication just distracts you from everything else, and the most purest love to me is simple. It's like, I'm here because I care for you, and there's no resentment. That's number one thing. I hope that I can communicate that. Zero resentment. I don't have a resentment towards my girl. I understand she's going through a tough time, needs to grow some balls, though. I'm going to be very honest with her, and from here on out, I will be the most authentic I can be without being rude. And if I am rude, I will have a reason for being rude, but I don't want to have that. Anyways, guys, I'd love to hear from you, feedback, anything. There's a lot more that's gonna happen. I'm sorry that I've been doing a lot of stuff. You have to understand. Been writing lyrics all day, so my mind is like gone, pooped out. I draw as well, do a whole bunch of stuff. But thank you guys for the people that talk to me. I do appreciate it. You guys don't understand how much you make a difference. Like, you make a big difference. When I think no one's listening, you guys always oh, hey, good stuff, and I do want to make real connections, and if we can help each other out, anything. If I can help you out with anything, if you have any idea, how do you think someone would start a business, counseling, I'm willing to hear anything. It's really for the betterment of everybody else. As I help you, you help me. Well, I help myself out, because we are all reflections. Either way, Jovial Russo, remember, like and subscribe. 14 subscribers. I'm very happy you're there. One of the subscribers is my other channel, so. Yeah, it is. I forgot if doesn't matter. You guys are the dopest 14 people ever. I'm very happy that you guys give me your time. If there's any suggestions, any irritation, anything, just give me some convo. All right, guys. Jovial Russo to the perfect illusion. See you guys later. Another time. What I'm going to name this, who knows? Probably something fun. All right, guys.